Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the modern ThunderCats 6-inch Cheetara from Bandai. The heroic female member of the ThunderCats team gets a new action figure based on her updated look. How does this new figure measure up? Well, let's take a look. Cheetara comes in the standard 6-inch figure blister card. The lower portion of the package features some really cool artwork of Cheetara. The back of that box features a look at the figure within, as well as teases us with a look at several other ThunderCats toys that are hitting store shelves right now. Now, the first thing that I noticed about Cheetara right out of the package is that the figure itself feels like it's of a better quality than some of the previously released 6-inch figures like Lion-O and Mumm-Ra. The plastic isn't near as shiny, and actually feels of a better quality. On top of that, all of her joints are very tight. Now, the only problem here is that she still has those exposed black pins at the joints. You were so close, Bandai. The features on her face are a bit soft, just like the Lion-O figure. But the overall look of the figure is pretty good. She does a pretty great job of capturing the overall appearance of the character right out of the new cartoon series. The details are pretty minimal, especially in her hair. The hair is really rigid and it's all just one simple color. But this does give her more of an animated appearance overall. Alright, let's take a closer look at Cheetara. Now, as I already mentioned, overall, she feels a lot better than the other figures. And the joints are ultra tight on this figure. Like, it's really nice to see how firm all of these joints are. They even kind of have that clicking thing going on. You can see when I'm moving her leg, it kind of click, 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 click. So it's real nice and solid. You don't have to worry about the loose joints and her legs buckling or anything like that. Even her ankles are real tight, and she's got the nice ankle pivot too. So you can actually rotate her feet left and right and move them forward and backward, which is going to be awesome for getting like some running poses and stuff out of her, which is perfect for Cheetara. So great move by Bandai there. Other than that, we've got knee joints. They are not double knees, but they are just regular knee joints. We do turn at the thighs. We have thigh cuts. And then you also saw the ball joints there at the top, so she can do the splits forwards. You know, she's actually got a really good range of movement in the legs. There's no waist cut, so you won't be able to turn her waist, but she does have a cut up right under her breast area, so you can actually rotate her left and right that way. So that's where her twist is. It's her torso cut actually kind of works as the waist cut on this particular figure. So that does work pretty well. The shoulders are ball jointed and the elbows bend, and she does twist at the wrists. And then her head does rotate. Now, it is worth noting that that hair is pretty rigid. It's solid. You can see it doesn't really move all that well. So it is going to get in the way and hinder her movement a little bit. For the most part, you can get her to twist all the way around and over the shoulders. So it's not too bad. But, you know, that's where all you're really going to get is the left and right movement out of her. Also, just like Lion-O, the head pops right off of the ball joint there. I'm not sure, again, if that's by design or if that just happens to be how this Cheetara is. The head is easily removable. It does snap back on pretty tight, though. Also, it's worth noting, I tried, the pegs aren't the same size on her and Lion-O, so you can't switch their heads. So they're not meant to be interchangeable heads. It comes off real easy. So definitely something worth noting. So overall, this is a huge improvement, I think, over some of the past figures. Even just standing her next to Lion-O, you can see that her colors are toned down a little bit better. She's not as shiny as him. She doesn't have those glares. And seriously, just overall, she feels like a better figure, and her joints are much tighter. And the scale is great. You know, you stand her next to Lion-O and Mumm-Ra. She's a little bit smaller build than Lion-O. She's much shorter than Mumm-Ra. So I do like that Bandai is doing that with the scale of the figures. You know, it does make them fit in a little bit better as a team. So aside from these dang exposed black joints, that's really the only downfall here. Overall, she's a pretty great figure, especially articulation-wise. Cheetara only includes one accessory, but it's the only one she really needs: her staff. The staff is made of a very solid plastic and actually has detailing on it. You can see the wood lines and even a small symbol in the middle. It's a very well done accessory, especially since I was expecting nothing but a plain brown staff made of a very gummy plastic, so well done here, Bandai. Cheetara can be posed holding the staff in many different ways, including several two-handed poses, which is really nice. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Here's Cheetara standing alongside her vintage counterpart from LJN. And here she is alongside the 4-inch version of her modern look. The 6-inch version is actually quite an improvement over this 4-inch one, especially articulation-wise. I'm actually fairly impressed with this Cheetara figure. I think it's obvious Bandai is really trying to make improvements. The overall feel of the figure with the better plastic and tighter joints is really great. Now we've just got to lose those black joints. But I do really like this figure. I think it's my favorite of the 6-inch modern figures so far, and if Bandai keeps moving in this direction, then we have much to look forward to in the 6-inch line. Cheetara is hitting stores right now, so happy hunting, and until next time.